Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Orion protocol, and it had a little pump recently, but it's really nothing too special, and now we're breaking down out of a bullish pattern. So my name is Hazeeq. Welcome back to the channel. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is strictly my opinion on the market. Thanks for all the support, guys. Make sure to check out the Telegram chat in the description. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. So I'll have the latest update in the right side of your screen, pretty much the last update on Orion that I have done. And right now, I did post in the Telegram chat this ascending triangle, and I have covered it in the last video, and we had a target out of that, and nothing has been met. We did have a couple of shoot ups. We have wicked up to $6.11, so that is going to be a strong resistance point from now on. And I'm going to bring this red area over here. So we're going to remove this large rectangle, and that is going to be our buying area, but this is going to be our strong resistance area right now. That is in between $6.11 and pretty much $5.90. That is where we get rejected off most of the time. And now we're breaking down, and we have wicked down all the way to $4.90. And do correct me, I don't remember. I do think that I gave you this support last video. I'm not sure if I didn't. Now you know that there is great support at around $4.90 to $5 over here. So now if we are to drop back down even further, then I would expect us to land at this support over here. Let me show you where that is. That is $5.30. So if we manage to hold over here and we do come back down and just hover around this and consolidate for a bit before shooting back up, that's great. I am talking about the Wyckoff accumulation quite a lot because I do still think we are going to come back and test $26,000. So when that does happen, Orion is going to break down, and it might even come back and test the $4 area that we're targeting over here. We are on the 4-hourly chart, by the way, right now, so just keep that in mind. I'm not going to waste a lot of your time on this video, but I do want to mention that we formed a bullish cross. I am going to zoom in quite a bit. So over here, we formed a bullish cross where the 20 EMA, the yellow line, crossed above the red line, which is the 55 EMA, as you can see. And now we're forming a bearish cross. We got rejected off this level, and we're getting, sent back down, and we're going to get suppressed. Now we are being suppressed by this trend line that we have, which was recently the support line of this ascending triangle, and now we're being suppressed by it. So that is how we might know that that is pretty much what we can expect to have some resistance in the future, this trend line. And we have invalidated this ascending triangle at this point. If we do come back up into it, then we're back in it. But if we break down and start consolidating, pretty much the pattern is invalidated. We might come back up and still shoot up, but that is highly unlikely. But I want to say that Bitcoin is making higher lows and higher highs at the moment. But, still, I'm expecting a drop down. It might not happen. Great. If it doesn't happen, all right, I'm all right with that, and I'm happy to move forward with the market. But if it does, then I'm ready to pick up some of my favorite altcoins. So let's jump into the MACD over here. And as you can see, we're forming a bearish cross on the MACD. So that just confirms a little downtrend for the time being. If we jump into the RSI, huge sell-off, just like we have with Avalanche. And we did have this rejection on the RSI of this trend line, so expect that to play a major role. As you can see, pretty much this trend line has been a strong resistance for us, but this still means that we're making higher highs because we're bouncing off the trend line as it goes higher. So keep that in mind as well. Like I said, long term, I'm bullish on Orion right now. I would recommend you stake your Orion tokens on KuCoin or wherever you want to stake them. That's fine. You can provide liquidity. You can stake them on the Orion website. It's totally up to you, but I would do something with the tokens because it's always better to have your tokens working for you and making you money and not just sitting there in your wallet doing basically nothing. So either you swing trade it or either you stake it. however you want to do it. I'm swing trading it at the moment, and I do enjoy swing trading it, and I'm making some good profits on it. Let me know if you would like me to share some of the trades. I do minimize the risk because I just swing trade. Basically, I sell. I did a video on swing trading, or how I do it. Basically, I sell here and I buy back in here, but I do that with a minimum risk of 5 to 15 cents of difference. And that just makes me, just gets me a nice tip for the day, basically. But, if you stay consistent and you get better at it, then you can make up to $100 a day with this strategy. And that is what I'm aiming to do. But yeah, other than that, let's jump into the daily chart just to see how we're doing. I'm going to remove all the drawings. Yeah, so on the daily chart, basically what is happening is, all right, there are a lot of trend lines over here. Okay, that is not going to work. I do apologize. A lot of support and resistance zones, but as you can see, we're kind of forming this higher high situation. Is with the full body candles, we do tend to drop, but each time we drop lower, and we drop, I mean higher. Basically, what I'm saying is we are making higher highs. So yeah, one thing you want to look for is you want to break the 20 EMA as resistance and retest it as support on the daily, which will then help us do the same thing on the weekly chart. As you can see, we are far away from the 20 EMA on the weekly, and that would be $9. So do expect the 20 EMA to be some sort of resistance on the weekly. And once we get there, because sooner or later, you're going to come back to the 20 EMA. You see, we have been overextended to the upside over here, and we went back and retested the 20 EMA, lost it as support, and now we're consolidating below it. The same thing is going to happen when we are in this downtrend. We're going to come back to the 20 EMA, and we're going to test it out as resistance, flip it to support, and then start climbing back up and having the next leg up, and hopefully peaking out even higher than we have previously. But we do have a projection of $100+ by the end of the bull market, guys. If that doesn't happen, okay, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not some sort of a magician. I'm not Elon Musk. I can't pump any projects just by tweeting about them. But yeah, let me know what you think of Orion, guys. Let me know if I missed out anything on the charts. It does seem like Bitcoin is going to drop though, so we have some buying orders at a lower price, but I would be accumulating throughout this entire dip, because if you're accumulating over here, then once you get here, you're in so much profit. Then once you get back to the all-time highs, you're in so much profit that I can't even describe it to you guys. So yeah, make sure to follow the channel through the bear market. Make sure to follow the channel through the entirety of this year, because we are going to be peaking out in December, in my opinion, with all the bullish news and with the Bitcoin update in November. It's going to be really great, guys. So yeah, let's see how the market does. Thank you for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.